Choose your friends. Don't allow friendships happen to you. These were words I heard regularly from my mentor. But as a teenager, they sounded so confusing. How could friendships possibly happen to you? It wasn't until I became a young adult I realized that I didn't really have friends. Don't get me wrong, I had people I got along with, but whenever life was lifing, I figured I was always alone. Again, not because they left me to deal with stuff on my own, but because I didn't really build solid connections. There were people I listened to and laughed with and shared drinks with, but they were not people I trusted to advise me or people I could be open about my struggles with. I didn't trust them with good counsel. So indeed, I had let friendships happen to me.
What's your own view on friendships generally?
So for me, I think friendships, it goes way beyond how it's often perceived. For me, I take friendships very deeply. Like it's having someone in your corner, someone through the good and the bad, like someone you know has always got your back, someone you know you can talk to about anything at any time. You wouldn't feel judged, you wouldn't feel like you can't share, like someone who becomes family eventually.
Hi guys, with my friend.
Hi.
So Didi and I were actually like still partners when
That's good, Jess. One Jess,
no, just three.
Just
three. I think you came to QC in just 2.
yeah.
But we're still partners in just 3. And I think we're relatively close. But like we reconnected again last year. I just knew that Didi, whenever I opened any new page on Instagram, she would follow me.
Support.
Yes, like she would just go and follow the page, and I know that she would like my post. I wasn't really paying attention because I realized that there was a time she went off Instagram for a while, and then she came back on, and then I just realized that she would like my post, like my stories, and then I think I reached out to you. And then why you
ask me on a date?
No, at first no, that's not how I do it. I first said let's get on a call, and I think we had like this long call where we just caught up. In case you didn't already guess, today I'll be talking about something that is very dear to my heart: friendships, and basically like my top 3 tips or 3 things to consider when choosing your friends.
Okay, so first of all, like we mentioned earlier, we were quite close then, and I think I really enjoyed our friendship then. And when you reached out again, it was interesting because most times you barely see people after years reaching out to be friends again, and it was the way we got on that longer score and we just bonded. Like it was a spark, and I felt like, oh, what I love most about it is that I could speak with you at any time. Like you could listen, you could understand, and you would pray with me. You would feel what I'm going through. Like when I'm happy, you're happy. When it is just very special because I mean I could be having a rough time and I could just speak with you and she'll make me feel better. If she's going through anything, she could speak with me. I'm having a bad day. Like we could cry together, we could hug each other, we could go, we could have fun together. So for me, that's just a special thing. Finding someone who you can go through life with and experience emotions with.
God did not make this world for us to be alone. Like He didn't make you to be a loner. Are there times in your life where you need to go through some journeys by yourself? Yes. But ultimately, it wasn't God's intention for man to be by himself without relationships. So I think that if God wanted us to be by ourselves, we would not be this plenty in the world. Like, probably be one person in Lekki, another person, one person in VI, just so that people don't get to interact. But and then the Bible goes ahead to talk about
how important friendships are, how good friendships could definitely influence your life positively, and how bad friendships can definitely impact your life negatively. And I'm going to leave Bible verses that really talk about friendships and the type of friendships that you should be aiming for, as a child of God. I'm going to leave it in the description box. Now, I'm going to give you my 3 things that I think you should consider when you are picking your friends. So the first thing for me would be honesty. Are you yourself when you're with them? Do you have to pretend to be somebody else? Or do you have to pretend like you like drinking or you're a smoker when you're really not? Can you guys tell each other the truth? Is that a friend that lies too much, or do you have to lie too much when you're around them? So honesty is something like is the first point that I would give. Like, how honest are you guys to each other? Can you guys tell each other? The second thing would be love. The Bible talks about love in so many ways. It says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And love covers a multitude of sin. So do you love them? Can you say you love them genuinely? Can you say they genuinely love you? And ways that you can, pick up of if you guys really care for each other is, how do you guys encourage each other, lift each other up, support each other, comfort each other when you guys, do you feel empathetic towards your friend's pain? Do they feel empathetic towards your own pain? Yeah, so love is definitely something else. You guys know your love languages. You guys say I love you. Are you free to express yourself with them? That's the second point for me. And the third point is forgiveness. When I actively started praying about my own friends, for God to give me my own friends, people that I genuinely trusted, first thing he did was to call me out. And that's another thing I'm learning in my Christian journey, that sometimes the answers to your prayers come through like a shift in your mindset. I used to be so quick to cancel people. Like, I'm not doing it again. Like, be going. And so I felt the Holy Spirit call me out on that and say, how many chances have you given your boyfriend this year? Yes, you. Me too, but yeah, you. How many chances have you given your boyfriend this year? Have you given your siblings, your parents, Why are we not quick to give our friends second chances? And you see, that's why I also think that honesty is quite important, because nobody is perfect. You're not perfect. Your friend is not going to be perfect. But when you guys have misunderstandings, can you be honest with each other, like sit with each other? And that's why I also say love is important, because if you love this person, you want to walk through your issues. And I understand that there are definitely some people that you have to cut off if they're not good for you. But just be sure that you're not just like, they hurt me, I'm not going to speak to them again. So yeah, those are my top 3 things to consider in friendship.
Sometimes I feel like we get caught up sometimes, and so sometimes maybe more of me. We might be too busy, or things might be going on, and if we could try to also look for how to plan and schedule like things, like say, okay, this week we get on call at so at so time, just catch up. No, but we always do that anyways. We always try to make up for that. But if we could improve that, and also have a vacation.
That goes on my mind. I was going to say that if there was one thing I could improve in our friendship, is like, I want us to get to, I don't know if it's going to happen in our 30s, but I kind of want us to get to the point where we experience softness, like go on a trip together or just take a break together. Definitely looking forward to it. Like, I'm looking forward to that phase of our friendship.
Yeah, because we're working on a lot of things, improving ourselves. So we tend to get busy, but in terms of time, we can just take our time and just have fun.
Yeah, and I feel like it's coming soon, like sooner than we think.
Our season of rest.
Yes, baby.
And great accomplishment.
Yeah, cool. All right, cool. I really love my friends, and it still makes me. I didn't even realize that God had answered my prayer of friendship till maybe last year December, and I was like, wow, I have friends. I used to be somebody that would say, I don't have friends, but I genuinely now have people that I can say, are my friends. Okay, hi guys. So we've come to the end of this video. Thank you for joining my channel today. We're going to go watch a movie now. If you haven't subscribed and you've gotten to this point in the video, subscribe. Stay family. Okay, see you guys. Bye.
All right, like, share, subscribe.
Yes. You got it.